40 points from Jalen Brunson got it done as the Orlando Magic were cooked. Jalen Suggs had a good first half, but limped off the floor inevitably as every game the Knicks and Magic play, someone gets hurt. Big Bodega Cat dominated, especially against smaller defenders on the inside as he dropped 29. OG Anunoby was solid. Mikal Bridges had some moments. The Knicks make it to the NBA Cup final for the first time since this tournament began. And unfortunately, we don't get a chance to see the best in the East versus the best in the West. But we do got some action this Tuesday against Wemby as the Knicks will take on San Antonio. We're going to talk about this and more on this episode of the post-game call-up show. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan, and I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. And you know the vibes. Tell a friend, we are live. And we're talking about this Magic game. Oh, I got the wrong score. Let me just take the score down. I didn't get a chance to update the score, but the Knicks, we got the job done against the Orlando Magic. The official score was 132-120. This is a call-up show, so please call up and, get your voices heard. 646-995-8389. And definitely, if I miss your call, I will definitely call you back. I want to salute to some of the people in the building early. I see my man, Mellow Mike, first one in the chat. Salute to you. Hopefully everything is well with you in your world. And big time salute. Of course, my man, Zach in the building. He said, Knicks put them to the task. The cup is within reach. Uh-oh, let's go, Zach. Okay, I feel you. Maxine, I see you in the building. And Michael, a.k.a. Yuri, I see you in the building. I got a video I'm going to do. I probably won't get a chance to touch on all of it during this show. But there's 10 things about this game. Technically 11 I got. But there's 11 things about this game that no one is talking about. Only me. And part of the reason why no one else is talking about it, not just because I do my homework and I'm on point, but it's also because of this. 82 Nights, a basketball fan's companion. Go get your copy on thisweekinsidetheknicks.com so you can document and journal everything that's taking place if you're a Knicks fan, like most of you guys are. Definitely stay up to date with the Knicks and also join the 82 Nights Club, which I've been working on today. I made a nice addition to the club. So salute to everybody who has bought a 82 Nights basketball fans companion. But that's one of the main reasons why there's 11 things in this game that no one else is talking about. Right? I'm gonna give you a cheesy one. I'm gonna give you a cheesy one before I take some calls. By the way, like I said, this is a post-game call-up show, 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. But this is not a road win. A lot of people running around here talk about, oh, yeah, this is a win on the road. It is not a road win, right? This was just a Vegas game. That counts. All the stats count. So, every point, all of that goes to the official record. But this is not a road game, nor is this a home game. Our road record remains 4-6. I'm going to take the first caller. And 5-minute rule is in effect. I want to keep the show moving.
Oh, come on.
Hey, Yuri. How's it going? Talk to me. What's going on?
Right now?
Yeah, 5-minute rule is definitely in effect for this show. So, let me know what your thoughts are.
All right, point number one. White boy Tyler Kolek has solidified himself and is slowly solidifying himself as the backup point guard of the New York Knicks.
Facts.
That's number one. I think this was a big game for Tyler Kolek for many reasons. One, trade deadlines in one day. 2, Mike Brown is looking for people he can trust in his rotation for the playoffs.
Right.
3, he's showing that he can play in big moments. I consider the NBA Cup a big moment because it gives the younger players a taste of what it's going to be like in the playoffs in March,
Right.
April, and May. So there's definitely that. Point number 2.
So also really quick, the deadline, the 15th is not a deadline.
Okay.
All right. The 15th is when 82 more players become eligible for trades because they signed over the summer. So it's not a deadline. It's just that you're going to have more people that can be traded. That's why that's an important day. But go ahead. Just wanted to fix that.
Thank you. Thank you for picking my brain on that. Number 2, Jalen Brunson is him. This man put Anthony Black on the friggin' ice sheets, and he was looking for the ref to bail him out with a call. This man, Jalen Brunson, got 40 and 11.
Facts. Yeah.
And Mike Brown is saying that, yo, put my man in the MVP conversation. Put my man. And he should be in the MVP convo. That's point 2. Point number 3, the defensive identity is back on the New York friggin' Knicks. Because of one change. Your New York Knicks are 10-1 when Josh Hart's in the starting lineup.
That's a fact.
The New York Knicks are 10-1 when Josh Hart's in the starting lineup. They are 3-3 when Josh Hart comes off the bench.
You said 3-3. I think you might want to check that.
Let me look. I saw a record on it, something like that. Fact check me on that one, actually.
Yeah, nah, it's not. So if it's 10-1, I think Josh Hart missed one game. We played 25 games. So if you minus 12 from 25, and then you'll be able to get the record from there. I think I tracked that on the PowerPoint. I don't have that in front of me. But
25 minus 12.
If you do 25 minus 12, you got 7 losses. So you would
1-3 when Josh Hart comes off the bench. Let me read it.
Nah, that's not right. But I get that for you. I'll get it right for you. I get it.
Get it right for me.
Yeah. I just can't do the math right there off the top of the head. I got it somewhere. But bottom line is the point that Yuri's saying, and that I agree, is that this team is way better when Josh Hart starts. Yes. All the numbers, if you want to do plus minus, the efficiency, the wins, all those things show when Josh Hart starts, it's just the right move,
Point number 4, the Knicks have moved into their system of development. Mike Brown is actually making plays for the New York Knicks. It's been all over Twitter. Shout out to Papa Left. If you're watching this, I'm shouting you out. Shout out to Papa Left, as he's been keeping track of the Knicks play call. They went from read and react to actually plays being called for the New York Knicks on the offensive end.
Right.
That's point number 4. Point number 5, Jalen Brunson post-game interview. If you guys haven't watched it, go watch it. It's on Amazon Prime. Jalen Brunson and Dirk Nowitzki chatting it up. And Dirk Nowitzki's final season, he actually played with Jalen Brunson.
Right.
Jalen Brunson talked about buying into Mike Brown's system, and I think it was one of the most important aspects of what's going on behind the locker room throughout the last 3 months. Jalen Brunson stated it was on him to buy into Mike Brown's system, both offensive and off defensive schemes. So Jalen Brunson basically saying is, I stepped up, I be the leader that I am, Mr. Wayabi. I bought into Mike Brown's system, and the team is following suit. So all the growing pains that we saw in the last few months, they're finally blossoming. Your Knicks officially have the top 3 offensive rating in the NBA. And not to mention, they got the best point differential along in the last 10 games. They got a top 9 defensive rating.
Right. Hey, man, fire, I love, everything you're saying is cooking. I mean, the Knicks offense, I got another stat I'm gonna share with you guys too. There's 11 things about this game that no one else is talking about that I took notice of. I may do an independent video on it. I may share a lot of them on here nonetheless, but the offense is I mean,
night and day.
Yeah.
compared to
No, I'm
how
not gonna
good.
say. Let's not say night and day because we were fifth ranked offense last year. We were a third ranked offense up until the All-Star break last year. Then when Brunson got hurt, things
Right,
changed. So the offense was good last year. It's better this year. Definitely
right.
better. I would say it's better this year. But you know, yeah, great job. I mean, but Yuri, yes, the offense is better, but the defense is better. I
Yes.
think that and Coach Tibbs is supposed to be the defensive guy, but Mike Brown has us playing much better defense at this point when you compare this point in the season, compared to last year.
Yo, yeah,
Last
compared to
year
last year,
we were like a
there was a
20th ranked
play I
defense at this point.
remember. There was a play I remember watching that
Mm-hmm.
night game. I rewatched the highlights of it tonight. Cat was this was Cat's best defensive game in a long time.
Right.
2 blocks. Eye test wise, he was able to stay on his feet, no foul trouble, no stupid fouls, and he was able to basically control Wendell Carter Jr. and Desmond Bain.
Facts.
So shout out to Cat for that one. I look forward to seeing him develop more as a defensive-minded player. If we're going to get the Cat that sacrifices a lot on offense and he continues to be a defensive player on the other end, I think this Knicks team has a higher ceiling than a lot of people think.
Yeah, I mean, Cat. When Cat is dominant and he's scoring well, usually this team does well. When he has 20 or more points, I get that for you. So when Cat has 20 or more points, the Knicks are 10-4. So, and when he gets under that mark, they're 7-3. So they're doing good even when he doesn't get to the point. But the bottom line is they're a little bit more dominant when Cat gets that 20 points. And this is why Brunson, he makes it his duty to assure that Towns gets started in most games early in the game. They'll go to Towns in the paint, try to give him a touch. Because you got to give the big man a touch,
You always got to give the big man a touch. But yeah, no, according to point differential, Quran, the New York Knicks in the league, just in the league in general, are 4th behind Denver Nuggets, Houston Rockets, and Oklahoma.
Oh, that's nice.
So we're top 4 in point differential as of right now. Top 4.
Yep, top 4. Yep, the 3 West Coast teams are ahead of us. I think with Wemby back in San Antonio, I expect to see the San Antonio's differential go up
a lot more. Now that Wemby's back.
Yeah, 100%. I think they're gonna be just. You seen what they did against OKC last night, and that's saying a lot. I didn't get a chance to really watch that game. I was watching it in passing.
Wemby made Chet Holmgren soft.
And I feel like Chet is a guy he doesn't like because
Wemby has stated he hates Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, because he always beats him. Chet always beats Wemby and everything. I mean, the Olympics when he first came to the league, and yeah, it's just Chet has been getting the most of Wemby. So I'm pretty sure Wemby was happy to finally get a win against Chet because Chet usually kicks his butt based on team versus team. But that's a whole nother topic. But yeah. So
I want to talk about the OKC game, but we'll talk about that in the Discord. But I will say though, Gerson Yabusele 4 minutes, Mitchell Robinson 17 minutes, Jordan Clarkson 13 minutes.
Yeah.
Tyler Kolek, the best plus stat of the night that night, 8 plus 18, 4 points, 4 assists. He only had 1 turnover. Not a bad stat line.
In a big game, too. Big game. Don't forget that part.
In a very big game. Usually when our bench isn't very good-ish, usually lose these games, right?
Yeah. But I want to ask you, too, just one thing about the OKC game before you go. I mean, the OKC and the Spurs game. Do you think that Are you concerned going into that game? Do you feel better now that it's not OKC? Do you feel more confident? How do you feel about the San Antonio Spurs?
Neutral.
Are you neutral? Okay.
I'm neutral.
Okay.
Because I know with the Spurs, Wembanyama does change that team. Whether if it's coming off the bench, whether if it's starting. I know Wemby's not starting because he just got off of the calf injury, so
Right.
they're easing him back into it.
Yeah.
So they want to keep an eye on him a little bit more, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna say neutral for now. I need to see how
Okay.
the Spurs game plays out between the both teams before I say if I'm worried about the Spurs or not.
Got you. Okay. Okay.
But the one thing that stands out to me, Karan, is we were 7 for 24 from the 3-point line. 7 for 20.
Yep. 7 for 20.
And we still won this game. And I think the tweak that nobody's talking about is that, and I'm going to end it here because I'm above the 5-minute mark.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Brown made an adjustment to his system where it allows the Knicks to focus more on the mid-range instead of the straight threes that he wants. I think he realized that he doesn't have that consistent three-point shooter that he wants on this team. And so Mike Brown making the adjustments from the straight threes that he wants. He still wants them, but he wants cleaner looks.
Yeah.
For it as well.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Mike Brown made the tweak to go back to the mid-range, attack the paint more,
right,
and focus less on the straight threes and make sure your three-point shot is an open shot. So shout out to Mike Brown for making that adjustment. With that, I end my call.
Salute, Yuri. All right, that was my man Yuri, Knicks Tape Madness Discord server channel member. Keep the calls coming, 646-995-8389. I want to chime in on what he just said about the three-point shooting. Here's where the Knicks, their superpowers lie. Because they're the best offensive team in the Eastern Conference and one of the best, and I think we honestly the best offense in the league. It's just the numbers hasn't shown it yet, but we do a really good job of getting in the paint when we don't shoot well. We're not, this is why I never was too concerned about the 3-point shot, right? Because yeah, we shoot a lot of threes and we're on pace to shoot probably the most in franchise history, right? But at the same time, we're not somebody who relies on the three ball, right? We're not somebody who needs the three ball to be effective. And I'm not sure if this is on my list of 10. Let me take a look at my list of 10, but I'm gonna give you one stat that has been the most important stat. And this is on my list of 10. So usually when the Knicks don't shoot well, they usually go inside in the paint. And we have 14 games where we dominate the paint. That means that we outscore the opposition inside the paint. And anytime we do that, we are 13-1. And this is what we were able to do against an Orlando Magic team that is known for their 2-point shot and getting inside and bulldozing and empowering their way in the paint. So, kudos to the Knicks for being able to get this done, man, because dominating the paint, and let me see if I could show y'all how dominant we were inside against the Orlando Magic. So, and then we've been doing it all year. Like I said, 14 games where we completely obliterate the opponent inside, right? And you can see it right here. We had 70 paint points, 70 paint points to 62 from the Magic, okay? And the Magic, like I said, they're one of the best teams getting downhill. So I gave you two things that no one is telling you about in this game, about our paint dominance, how dominant we are in the paint, and how we use it as a tool to fuel 61% from the field. 61% from the field shooting. If the Knicks are shooting 61% from the field, you lost. I'm just telling you that right now. And I'll give you the stat on that. Anytime the Knicks shoot greater than 46% from the field, we are 10-2. This offense is high power. So I put this inside the Discord server. This is why you guys need to become channel members, is so you can get inside the Discord server that, all we got to do is just outscore the opponent. Hello, caller. State your name, where you calling from. Can you hear me? Hello, caller. Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, brother.
All right,
Hello, man.
great.
State your name, where you calling from. Let the people know.
Yeah, this is Ice Water from Brooklyn.
Salute.
What's going on?
Ice Water, man. Great to hear you call in again. I'm happy to see you call in more consistency, brother. So talk to me, man. We got the big NBA Cup win against the Orlando Magic. How are you feeling about it? What was your initial reaction? What were you thinking?
Second straight game that I'm really impressed with the team.
Yes.
Uh, the Raptors game I thought was the best game that they had played so far this year, but and then
Yeah.
this game, I mean, they were really very, very impressive. Um, so with
Facts.
that said, um, last time I called, me and you were on the same page about something. So I want to know, how do you feel now? Um,
Okay.
you still want Giannis?
Hell yeah. And look, just for the record, so for every hold on, I'm gonna look y'all in the eye. I'm gonna look at all of y'all in the eye right now. All right. If the Knicks win the NBA, forget the cup. If the Knicks win the NBA championship, if the Knicks win 2 NBA championships, I want Giannis. That is not changing. All right, so we good. Be good. As long as we clear now. Yeah, hell yeah, I want Giannis. Nothing has changed.
All right.
Okay? Yeah.
Okay. All
What about you?
right.
Did you change? Did you change?
Kind of.
Okay,
Um,
okay, that's respect. I respect that.
kind of. I mean, listen, if you're going to play with this type of chemistry
Right.
and you're able to sustain it,
Mm,
mm, mm, um, getting Giannis will kind of derail that. You might not be able to get that back getting Giannis, so I don't know. And like I said, it's contingent on, are you able to sustain this type of chemistry?
right.
Um, you
Right.
know,
Yeah. I mean.
yeah, I would love to have another superstar, to pair him with uh, in his prime Jalen Brunson. Yeah,
Right. Right.
but uh, I'm kind of cooling on that right now. But I mean, if there was a trade on the table right now, I would say do it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
kind of warming up to the idea of not getting him.
Okay. And you know what? You have the right to your opinion. I listen. I get it, but I'm telling you right now, we still don't have. It's not. We're not in the position like a OKC where they could be like, we don't need Giannis. I'm not there yet. Because we don't have the first team or MVP candidate. Now Brunson is looking like he could be first team, and I want Brunson to be first team. And if he gets there, then that's one of the requirements for us to win the championship is getting that first team. But until that happens, me personally, I can't back down or back off of the Giannis trade because we hadn't won anything yet. This is our best in terms of win-loss record we've been since probably, I can't remember what the 2013 was. I can pull it up, but definitely going back to the 90s. This is the best we've looked, but yet and still, I don't think any of us would say we are. Let me ask you: do you think we are favored to win the championship?
No, favored to win the championship. No, I don't think we're favored to win the championship right now.
Right.
But it's still early,
No,
and
it's
that's why
early, and
and
things
that's
could
why I'm
change.
saying, if you can continue playing at this rate,
Right.
even at 90%, I mean, and we're playing this way. You don't have, deuces out. There's,
Yeah.
um, uh, again, don't get me wrong. I told you before, I hate Carl Anthony Towns,
All
and
right. Yes, you may mention to that.
but if he could play like he played yesterday, and I know that's going to be tough for him because he just loves touching people, but if he could play like he played yesterday, uh,
I don't want to be negative, right? But I just want to give
But
you
yeah, you can
some.
put that disclaimer up again because I hate calling that thing
Yeah, I'm
time.
gonna put that for myself. Yeah.
Yeah,
um, you know, I want to say this. All we really have done right now is prove that we are the best team in the East. We hadn't gone up against the West yet, right? I mean, we did. We beat Minnesota. That's the only above 500 team we beat. But we hadn't gone up against the gauntlet, the San Antonios, the Oklahoma City Thunders, the Denver, the Houston. If you do this to them, okay, you may have a shot at convincing me, but remember, I'm someone that says we can win 70 games. I'm still doing the Giannis trade. There's no way I'm not doing the Giannis trade when I know he has the ingredients to get me to that next level. And like I said, and I saw this on ESPN. Matter of fact, in the Discord server, they put a trade there from ESPN where they said it would take Giannis and Mikal Bridges. No, I'm sorry, Towns and Mikal Bridges for Giannis and Kyle Kuzma. And I'm like, if that's all I have to give up.
Yeah. That's all I got to give up.
Right. so, but this is what I'm trying to see. But it's funny, right? Because I said it ain't gonna take that. I've been saying this for the longest now. It's not gonna take as much as you think it is gonna take to get Giannis. If you can get Luka for AD,
if I can keep OG and Nick, oh come on, nah.
bingo.
Mikal is
That's-
out of here.
You see what I'm
Bridges is
saying?
outta here. Yeah.
Bridges is out. I agree. Especially with the way Hart's looking. I put Hart at the 2, OG at the 3, and there you go. But the point that I'm saying though, the my grand point is that it's not going to take much to get him. None of us feel as though we are favorites to win the championship, so we still have to get him. Not that I want to go on the Giannis pipeline. You brought him up, but
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's not going to take much to get him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. The only way that happens if he goes to Milwaukee and he says, "I only want to go to the Knicks."
Right.
So
right.
you got to make something happen with them.
Yeah.
But they could get a lot more for Giannis. And there's a lot of teams. There's about 6 teams that could give them a lot more for
Right.
Giannis.
You don't think Dallas could have got more for Luka?
Oh yeah.
Right. And they were the one to propose it. They were the ones to say, hey, we want to trade you Luka. So if you can get AD for Luka, now we're talking about AD going in a possible trade for guys that are not even all NBA players. So this guy just got traded for Luka. Now he's about to go on a deal for a bunch of, guys that's not even on his level. Some of the AD packages, I'm not sure if you guys paid attention, but some of those AD packages, I'm like, really? Like, y'all could just go get AD for nothing? And when I say nothing, I mean nobody who is a all-star or all-NBA team caliber player. That's what I mean when I say nothing. Not that you're not going to get nothing for him. So that's just the league we're in right now. And I just don't think it's going to take as much as you guys think it needs to be to get him,
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
But
yep.
With all that said, I do like the way that they're playing.
Yeah, of course.
And if they can keep it up, they would be a hard out. If they can keep up this style of play, I'd put them up against Oklahoma City, no problem.
Okay.
If Indiana, they're playing better right now than Indiana was playing last year. And
Right.
if Indiana could take Oklahoma City to 7 games, it's not impossible. So, I would put this team up against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, it's not impossible. We definitely could beat them. I'm just saying the fact that we're not the favorites. That's why you have to still consider it. And yeah, I mean, listen, anything is possible. You got to play the game to win it. Last year, everyone was talking Boston.
Yep.
At least Boston would come out of the East, right? And look what happened to them. And the same thing could happen to OKC. They lost a game. I know it's just a cup game, but this cup game is growing in importance as the days go by. The San Antonio Spurs upset the apple cart. I was hoping to see the best in the East versus the best in the West. Unfortunately, we won't get the opportunity to see that, you know.
I
But
mean, you don't know because the Spurs, they they might emerge as the best in the West. You never know. I
that's a
mean,
fact. You know what? That's true too. And so this still is an important game to me. Not important like as a championship, but I think it's a measuring stick for us. I say let's go get this chip and and take it back to New York City. I know the fans are gonna go crazy. I just don't want to use it as an excuse for bad behavior later or poor performance later. Rather, I don't want to use that as an excuse. But outside of that, I'm excited that the Knicks, we going to the chip, and all eyes are on us right now, and the time is now to deliver.
and I mean, it's yeah, it's a mid-season tournament, blah blah
Right.
blah, but this is still playoff atmosphere.
Facts.
And the more exposure that you can give the team that, the more prepared they'll be later on. So um, I welcome it. I think it's great, and you know, hopefully they can win on Tuesday. I'll be watching, and hopefully they'll win.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully. One thing I don't like though is now we got 4 games in the week now. Now we got Tuesday, we got a back to back on Thursday, Friday, and then we got a Sunday game. You
hey,
know, and I'm
yeah,
like, damn, bro. Like now we got 4, jam packed for games. That I guess that was the benefit of not making it to the championship. Now you could rest and relax. But it's like, damn. Now we got 4 games in 4 nights.
well, it depends on. I haven't looked at the schedule, so I don't know who they're playing next week after the tournament. But some of those games you probably be able to rest, certain players, so that
Bro, yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
affect them.
Mitch is gonna rest because we got Indiana on Thursday. That Mitch is not playing that game. Then we got Philly on Friday. Mitch should probably definitely play that game, and hopefully we could get whoever could play. And then Miami on Sunday. Miami gonna come for our
Yeah,
necks.
yeah, they coming hard. Yeah, yeah.
They coming for our necks. So yeah, you get the rest against Indiana, but boy, Miami boy, they coming for you.
But I think, and this will be my last thought before I get off.
Okay.
I think this game on Tuesday. I think this is extra important for Mike Brown.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he really deep down he's probably not saying it to the media, but with everything that happened with him in Sacramento with De'Aaron Fox, and now you playing De'Aaron Fox in this game.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure he has some secret. Yeah, I'd like to, really like to win this game. So, um,
Yeah.
but thanks for the thanks for the time. I appreciate it.
Salute, man. Icewater, I appreciate it, man. Look forward to your next call.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, salute. That's my man Icewater calling up 646-995-8389. Keep the calls coming. We're talking about the NBA Cup. I got the right score up now. Knicks versus the Magic. The 132-120 blowout. Another thing too about this Cup game, and I don't think this is on my list, but the team that wins the Cup don't win the championship. So I want to win the Cup. And I'm not saying that, you can't win the championship, but I'm just telling you the history of this thing. The Lakers and the Bucks, both of them teams didn't even sniff a finals, right? And then, of course, OKC, who won the championship last year, they went to the Cup championship and lost to Giannis. So, I don't know. I don't know how to take that. I'm just telling you the facts. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say just roll over and don't win. I think we got a good chance of winning. I'm not sure how hot. Let me see if I pull it up on research mode. I kind of been slacking on my San Antonio. They kind of came out of nowhere. Wemby wasn't playing, so I'm not going to cap. I really was not paying attention to San Antonio like that, even though De'Aaron Fox is on my fantasy team. I just was like, they the Spurs, But they've been holding on to that 4th spot. Differential's not that impressive, 4.5. But they've been holding on to this 4th seed. The Lakers keep dropping. Look at the differential. Look how the Lakers drop. Yo, I'm telling y'all, the differential separate the boys from the men. Remember, I've been talking about differential for over a year now, right? And so it just always shows. But the San Antonio Spurs are a team that I'm gonna start paying a little bit more attention to. And let's see. Let me go back really quick. In their last 10 games, they are 7-3. Not bad. They won 3 in a row, right? One of the hottest teams in the West. You know, we're the hottest team in the league right now. It's gonna be some fireworks against San Antonio, y'all. Matter of fact, really quickly, I'm curious to look at where they are ranked. I know you can't even look at the rankings because Wemby has missed time and Fox, and that was their first game playing together all year when your two best players have been gone the entire year, at least like apart from each other. And the first game they played was game 25 or wherever it was for them. Like, that is like, you know, this team is scary, bro. I'm not going to lie. The San Antonio Spurs, salute to Rashard McCants from Gills Arena. He actually has, in his prediction, he has the Knicks and the Spurs in the finals. And in my mind, this could be a finals preview. I'm like, yo, let's set it up. I wouldn't mind getting the Spurs because Wemby is fresh. We catching a fresh Wemby. You know, this will be his first finals. This is the best time to catch Wemby. You don't want to see Wemby in his third final or his second final when he figures it out. You rather see Wemby in his first final. So, you know, the San Antonio Spurs have been playing some decent ball. I didn't even want to look at the game log. I don't know why I went to the game logs, but I really wanted to look at was the ranking. They got a 8th ranked offense, 14th ranked defense. Now, we know one thing. One thing we know for sure is their defense should be higher. And the reason why they dropped is because Wemby wasn't there. I do got a call. Let me get to this call. Keep the calls coming, 646-995-8389. Hello, caller. State your name, where you calling from.
Yeah, this is Super C calling from Hempstead, Strong Island.
Hey, Strong Island in the building. Yeah, we need some more Strong Island calls, man. I'm happy you called up, man. How you feeling, man?
Everything's good. Everything's good. You know, it's always good when the Knicks win. You heard?
That's a fact. Yo, bro, let me tell you something. My household was a very happy household. Kids, everything was good. I mean, I was at a show, actually, but it just felt like good vibes today. And man, I'm happy that we got that victory. So where are you? Are you on the train that the NBA Cup championship, it doesn't matter, it's not the biggest deal, or you just neutral with it? Where are you with the NBA Cup?
For me, it's not the biggest deal, but, you know, for the players getting, you know, always getting some extra money, you know, It always comes in handy. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So, you know, it's just something to keep the, you know, the public, the people, you know, the fans that love basketball interested because football is going on to keep it funky with you.
That's a fact.
What I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's in the middle of the football season about to end and be playoffs. So, you know, it's all about the money. At the end of the day, it's all about the money. But, you know, you still want to see your team. You want to see the squad win. And you know what I'm saying? Get that bread and get that bread, you know.
Facts. I mean, everything you said to me is on the money. That's exactly where I'm at. My biggest concern is people using this as a scapegoat. Like, oh, we won the cup, but yeah, we didn't make it to the Eastern Conference Final. I don't want to hear that.
Nah, I'm not in that line. Nah.
Yeah, like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
But you know it's going to come. You know it's going to come. Oh, but we made it. No, dude. The goal is still the goal. And I'm just like you. I want to see the team win. And, you know, we got this game on Tuesday. It doesn't count for nothing besides the Cup championship, I guess. And so how confident are you going into that game? I know I was hoping to get the best versus the West versus the best versus the East. But San Antonio, like the brother just said, could be the best team, you know, in the West.
You know, they could be the best team, you know, but it's always good when you got a 7'5" dude on, you know, that's
yeah, a cheat code, a creative player.
Rock, you know.
Yeah, this dude is a creative player. Only in the video game. Come on, dude.
They haven't made no playoffs. They're a good team. They got they got good talent over there. Those 3 guards, them guards, is, you know, they the truth. They about something, but like nah. You know,
they don't got the experience.
I don't think they have the experience. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
As long as they let, you know, if they let them play, they let everyone be aggressive and call it equal, We'll see what it is, but I think the Knicks will get them. We got them again.
Yeah.
We got them the last 2 times. We got them in Christmas.
Facts.
Bridges dropped 40 on them.
Yep, I remember that.
You know what I mean? So thinking about it like that, neutral ground, I think we're going to get them. That's light work, regular work.
Yeah. I agree. And then Wemby's still not 100% back. He's on minutes restrictions. So you don't even got the 100% Wemby that's going to be in effect. And I just think with the way Brunson's looking, he's in fuego. If Mikal, like you said, repeats anything he did last year, we got a really good offense. I mean, this offense is super elite.
Yeah.
I just see us overpowering them. I love the matchups. Even though, like you said, they got them good guards. We got Wingstop. I would love to have Deuce for this game because I feel like Deuce would bring the pressure and the energy. But even without Deuce, I still think we got enough. I think Jordan Clarkson gets his opportunity at redemption because he's not looking too good. And I just see, and then Mitchell Robinson also, his ability to match up against Wemby like he did last season when he and Hartenstein last year, that wasn't last year, but his rookie year when they when they punked the brother when they first saw him. So I think having Mitch definitely is going to help as well in this game. But to bring it back to Orlando, do you feel like the Magic, like, are they now a rival of the Knicks now? Like, is this like a real rivalry? Or is it just
real? I don't think it's a real rival.
I don't think so either. Yeah,
it's not a rival. It's not a rival. Orlando's always played us tough. We always had good games against Orlando. It's always Orlando is just they have a matchup problem against them. That's basically it. Some teams just have bad matchups within the division. You know what I mean? Is on how they're built. You know what I mean? But all besides that, they're not a rival. I would consider more Chicago more of a rival due than Michael Jordan doing that, more of a Boston Celtic type of thing. You know what I mean? I believe those 2 organizations are more rivals than Orlando. You know what I mean?
Because they keep trying to sell that. They keep trying to, it's a new rivalry. But you got, to me, for us to be rivals, we had the battle in the playoffs. Like those teams you just named, we had some battles. You know, and the fan base.
It's all about marketing. It's more marketing team. They play tough. They gritty. Right. So, you know what I mean? Like, they usually have good games against the Knicks in Orlando or in the Garden. So, you know what I mean? It's all about marketing. You know what I mean? Not for them. They got some good players over there, man. That coach is over there. They got a good coach. They got something good over there. Over there. But I agree. Think Bonchero, I don't think he that dude.
I think they got to move off of him. I think they need to move off. I don't think the fit is right because, like, when Franz is there, way more dangerous. Way more dangerous.
I don't think Bonchero's that. I think he's a little on the soft side.
Okay.
For me, you know what I mean? Like, like you can tell, you get the same body build as OG. I give it to him. You know, he's still young or whatever, but if you look at the Cade Cunninghams of the world that came in the league just around the same time as he did, look how some of these dudes is looking.
Yeah, levels.
Of the world, Atlantic Hawk. You know what I mean? Look how some of these guys is looking.
Yeah. He looked like he might have regressed, and I think it's really the fit. I think because the way Orlando they're trying to play fast.
Yeah, that could be true.
And I don't think because he's like a guy like that's kind of like a mellow kind of. You give him the ball, and he needs to take time and work in the mid post and all of that. They're not trying to do that. They trying to get up out of there. You know, they trying to even shoot. Yeah, you know, and so that's why I think they might have to move up off of him. I don't know for who, but maybe.
You know, hey, look, he probably end up in Portland. Who knows?
Yeah, so he need to go somewhere else where they play more his style. Now the way the Magic are playing, they trying to play faster. They want to shoot more threes, and I don't think he fits with that mold.
I don't think he fits that. I don't think he fits that either. I don't. You know, I don't think. I think that's 100% with that. I think that's actually factual. If he
Yeah.
goes somewhere else with his skill set, he'll probably flourish.
Right. Where they will feature him the way he
Yeah,
needs to be in the half court.
He needs to be featured. That's a fact.
Because
That's a
Orlando ain't trying to do the half court. They trying to move, bro.
They
You
just-
see how they scoring at the makes? Like, it's a brand new
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, not for nothing. For that shit, them 3 quarters, they was right with the Knicks. They was right
Oh,
with
yeah.
them.
Right there.
And then it just got tired.
Yes.
It just
Yeah.
got tired.
100%.
It was going back and forth for a little while. It just got tired, and the Knicks played the way you supposed to play basketball.
Yep.
Whoever came off the bench, Tyler Kolek.
Tyler
played
Kolek, man.
Those few minutes, those 6 to 8 minutes that he played the way you're supposed to play when you spelling somebody that's getting all them heavy minutes. That's the way you play ball. See, people got to
Yeah.
understand that for what he does.
Yeah.
it
No,
kinda-
I agree.
to get to where we need to be, just to spell somebody. This is the difference between a Thibodeau and a Mike Brown.
Right.
Those 6 minutes, but you got to build confidence in these dudes. You know what I mean? That's all it is.
Right.
You know, I just got to build confidence.
No,
Are
you're
they
right.
better players than him out there? Of course they are. But for what the Knicks need and what they need him to do, he looks like he's stepping up to the table.
Yep. He's getting the opportunity he would have never got under Coach Tibbs. He's giving him opportunity to shine and show his talent. Even though we got a whole lot of guards, he's still getting opportunity. So you know Coach Tibbs wanted to play this man, you know? So and I love what I'm seeing from him. And this will be great. Like, all of this experience he's getting is good going into a postseason. Not to say that he's going to be in the playoff rotation, but if you need to use him, he's been playing in big minutes. He's been playing in big games. So he'll be ready for that test and that stage. And I'm excited to see, you know, what he continues to do as he continues to flourish, especially next year when Clark's is not going to be here, right? Does he take another step? And all of these things are steps in the right direction. I agree. So any other thoughts on this Magic game that caught your eye?
Everybody just played. It's just looked like team ball. Everybody was on the same accord. You know, there was an objective at hand, whether big or small, whether some people think it is not as serious because it's the cup or whatever. It's at the end of the day, there's still basketball, and you play who's in front of you.
That's it.
And we're playing good ball right now. There's no denying that.
Yep.
For the last several games, we've been playing good ball, and I like it. All we gotta do is keep it going. Keep it going. It's consistency.
Yes.
How you do. You know, it's a long season. You're not gonna win every game, as we can see. OKC lost.
Yes, they definitely did, Lord. I was hoping they won. I was so mad. I'm looking at the score like, damn, what's going on? Because I didn't really watch the game yet, and I'm like, man, what the hell's going on? I want to see the OKC. Everybody told me they the best team. I really wanted to see what that looked like.
Yeah, I wanted to see what that looked like myself. But,
you know,
it goes to show.
Yep.
Anybody can be beaten.
Yep, hell yeah, and
anybody can be beaten.
Yep. Nothing is in stone, brother. But yeah, I appreciate your call, man. I'm gonna lock in your number so I know when you calling in the future.
Oh, most definitely, brother.
All right. So I appreciate you. Strong Island in the building. Let's go.
That's right. Had her stand up. New York Knicks. Keep us going.
All right. Salute, my brother.
Salute.
All right. Yeah, that's my man C out of Strong Island. We need some more where the Long Island people at? Definitely call up, man. 646-995-8389. The chat is lit right now. Salute to everybody that's in the chat. Mellow Mike said, I'm excited for this Tuesday. Looking forward for this matchup against the Spurs. Looking for the Knicks to win their first NBA Cup final. Hey, I take it. Oh, salute to my man Tendril. He said, I grew up in LI. All right. I see you, Kings Beach Road channel member. I see you. He said, I'm glad OKC lost. It shows they're beatable. That's a fact. That's 100% fact. One thing I want to say is, while I respect, because I'm objective, I respect the fact that OKC, they would be the favorite don't think for a chance I'm going to pick against the Knicks. I'm always going to pick the Knicks no matter what. I did. If you watch the playoffs, if you've been following me since last year, you would know in the playoffs for every series, I did a 10 reasons why the Knicks will win the series. Even if we lost to Indiana, but I still did the video saying 10 reasons. And then to the last game, I'm picking the Knicks. So, yeah, I'm always going to ride with the squad. But, you know, I'm at the same time, I'm going to always keep it real. Still give them the nod as the favorites, but doesn't mean we can't win. There's plenty of David versus Goliath stories out here. We were the David Goliath against the Celtics last year. Man, yo, the Celtics were down 0-2, and you had people who were not even Boston fans saying, "Oh, they gonna get us. Oh, they gonna get us." We do have a caller. Hello, caller. State your name and where you're calling from.
All right, this is Kings Beach Road calling from.
Hey, salute.
So last time I called, I was in Brazil. Now I'm back.
Yes.
Down.
Yes, man. That's what's up, man. You know what? Sometimes you got to travel and see the world, get out the city. Salute, man. I appreciate you calling. That was crazy too. That was a really late call too, because I think you was telling me it was like 4 a.m, right?
Yeah. I think I did a live stream that night too. So I probably was and I was watching the game. Yeah, it was a lot going on.
It was a lot going on, you know, but I'm glad that you called back, man. What was your thoughts? We beat the Orlando Magic 132-120. What was your thoughts on the game? Your first reaction? And also, too, like, are you an NBA Cup guy? Are you somebody that thinks that's not a big deal, or are you just neutral? What say you?
You know what? Because we got so many two-way guys and rookies and young guys on. I think it's really good for the room, right? So those brothers need the money, as they was talking about yesterday, right? Tyler Kolek buying his pops a car now, right? So
yeah,
you know, I mean, that extra money does mean a lot to them guys, right? And then you know, Cat doing his thing with. So it's a good experience. I think it's a good team building experience. I mean, honestly, we should go hard and win tomorrow just for pride. But you know, it means nothing in the
right,
fairness. It was
right.
really good to beat Orlando, especially you know because let's be real, the first 3 games we lost the captain the first game. Second game we lost OG, we lost Shamit.
Yep.
And then we lost Deuce in the third game. So now Jalen Suggs got hurt the last game.
Yep.
Wagner got hurt the game before this.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's chippy. It's physical.
Very chippy.
Very chippy. So it's good to see that. Hey, now we 2-2. We 3-4 against Florida. You know what I'm saying? We 15-3 against everybody else. So
right.
We in that elite category.
100%. 100%.
I'm just saying it though. You know, what we started like 6-5 or something like that. I don't remember.
I tell you,
was at the low point.
Me going to the 82 nights.
I said the Knicks are gonna be fine.
So
in a new system.
We started out good though. We were 7-3, but I'm gonna tell you the moment where people were going crazy. We was 2-3 when we lost them 3 road games. Yes. Yeah, that's when people was like, "Yo, what's going?" Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you know, at the end of the day, you know, like you know, the Magic are the team that I think is gonna be our biggest threat. So in the East, I think they're gonna be a bigger threat than Detroit. I think they just match up well with us. But we showed last night who's boss. We showed that they can't guard Brunson
at all.
I did see a lot of 2-man game, a lot more 2-man.
Oh yes.
And that's the key. Once
major
Brunson get that chemistry, I mean, nobody in the East want to see us. And like I said, it would have been nice to have a measuring test against OKC, but you know what? Hey, the Spurs are definitely one of them teams too. So let's play against the big man. Let's show them that play on that national stage. I mean, like I said, the game don't count in the standings, which is kind of crazy, but
it's weird
for that money, man. So,
but it's for the bag. It's for the bag. And it's for the pride. You do get a championship. It's not an NBA championship. It's an Emirates Cup championship or cup, whatever they want to call it.
Hallway. Not up there with Clyde now. Nope. It goes in the hallway. It goes in that little, that little hall as you going to the garden. That's where
Yes.
it need to be. Let the fans see that on the way to their seats. Don't put that up in
Right.
the app. Don't
Yeah,
be
let's
like the
not flaunt it.
Lakers.
Yeah, let's not flaunt it like it's because here's what my concern is, right? We win the cup, but then we go to the playoffs and lose in the second round, and now everyone's like, no, but at least we won the cup. Like, nah,
Hmm.
dude,
Yeah,
knock
nah.
that off.
Yeah, make it like high school. Put it in a case. A case.
Nah, I feel you, man. Yeah, let's not over hype it, over gas
Yeah.
it, and we still ain't even win it yet. So
Yeah, so we gotta win it.
we
But yeah,
gotta win it.
because you know what the haters are gonna say. Oh, it's the only thing the Knicks won in 50-something years. Blah blah blah
Yeah, oh
blah.
yeah, the hate gonna be nasty too.
Yeah,
That's why we gotta keep
remember
our
what
foot on their necks.
that's what I'm saying. Let's show the because we all know the Lakers were thirsty to put something up there for LeBron,
Yep.
and so you put the NBA Cup next to Kobe's rings. Come on, man, next to
It's
Kobe's
crazy. And but you
crazy.
know the sad part about the Lakers, right? Now the cup don't matter because
I
they
know
not in it.
that's what it is.
Oh,
That's
it's just the cup, man. It
see,
ain't
that's what I'm
nothing.
saying. You know the casual fans, man. They move the goalposts. They move the
Oh boy,
goalposts.
yeah, it's insane. What's going on?
When they do it, it's the best thing ever. When somebody else do it, oh, it don't matter. You know.
Yeah,
So
the
the difference
hypocrisy.
is
Yeah,
when we win the cup, and not like even Milwaukee last year, we are real contenders. So we might be the
yes,
first real contender to win the cup because the Lakers were not good 2 years ago, and the
nah,
Bucks mediocre as well last year.
right,
So
yeah, at best,
exactly. So you actually got two contending teams actually playing for the cup this year. So I'm all for it.
right. And I want to add something that you said because you talked about the 2-man game, right? So I got a record. I'm in. By the way, to everybody, I'm in the 82 Nights Club. Go get your 82 Nights journal. So I'm looking at the stat, right? So when Brunson and Towns get 20 or more together, we are 9-2, dog. So they
There you
need to
go.
continue working together, like you said, making
Hmm.
each other get easy buckets. Because when they both score, we win.
Yep. Yep. And that's the key. So Mike Brown and Thibodeau is night and day. I think I said that the last time I was up here. It's just like I said, Thibodeau's still a great coach, but
Right,
there's just he's set in his ways and there's a ceiling with him. Mike
right,
Brown is a little less hand on everything,
yeah,
but I think he got the bigger picture, especially with this. This is the best. I'll say this, and this is funny for a guy that coached 66 win LeBron teams, right? This is the best roster Mike Brown has ever gotten, top to bottom. It's not even close. So
okay,
yeah, I mean, think about it. Think about it. It's better than the Lakers teams. Damn sure better than the second Cleveland stint. Better than the first Cleveland stint. I mean, I know he had LeBron, but that was a defensive team that didn't have that second guy. We got the
yeah,
second guy, and we still ain't even hit our stride. Remember now
no,
we just got into the top 10 defensive rating. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So
yeah,
we ain't even hit our stride on what we could be defensively, and
yep.
we are elite offensively.
Yep. And I still think we got a level to go on offense. That's the
Yeah.
scary part.
Yes.
Right now we've one of the most dominant offenses in basketball, but we
Yes.
still got another gear to get to. So you might be right, especially when it's all said and done. This might be the best team that Mike Brown has ever had. Especially we
Yep.
get to that championship. So
Yep. And
eh,
I know he had a lot of offensive talent in Sacramento, but they couldn't defend to save their lives. And
yeah,
once
no.
Block broke his hand, that was the end of that playoff run. So
Yeah, I think Brunson and Towns is better than Sabonis and Fox.
oh,
Sorry.
without a doubt. Without a
And
doubt.
then
And
you look at the rest of the guys, OG, they don't got an OG on their team. They don't
nope.
got a McHale on
They
it.
don't got a
So
McHale. Shout out to McHale. Hey, Knicks fans. The, I'm gonna call him I'm gonna call him Steady Eddie. Mikael Bridges is Steady Eddie. Like,
facts.
you know, that's what we did not. A lot of people were like, "Well, he ain't worth the 5 picks." Mikael Bridges was not brought here to be a superstar. He was brought here to be a very steady in the lineup every night, two-way player. He's
100%.
steady. He's shooting the best of his career. I mean, this is what we brought him in for. We did not bring him in here to be a star. He's only going to put up star numbers if Brunson is out for whatever night, and that's the thing. So
Right.
Yeah, if OG has shown you like what he, oh man, that hang time he gets on the mid range shot.
Oh
Look,
yes.
these staples that we are adding into the oh, man, Jordan Clarkson's play. The only disappointment I really have is Yabusele.
Yeah.
And again, he has to just get in shape. I mean, we just need good backup 4 minutes from him. Backup four, a little bit of five when we need it. And the other thing too, and I think last night happened too. Carl Anthony Towns stayed away. He had one dumb foul, and that was it. So he was not in foul trouble last night.
Yeah, he's doing better. He's
Yeah,
doing
do
better.
better. Keep your hand up. Stop reaching. When you get beat, just let them. Just get beat. We play. It's such a. That's what somebody really got to get in his head. Once you get beat, stop reaching. You have this. Like you're already beat. Now he did. It's crazy. He did recover for a couple of good blocks and a couple of good contests yesterday. And
Right.
I think he needs to watch film to see what he did. Because I think Carter had a beat one time, and he had a nice block on that, and he caught
Yeah.
another block on somebody else that had a beat, and he just
Was
recovered
that
it.
Bane or Suggs? I can't
Bane, I
remember.
think it was Bane, because Bane got the short arm.
Yeah, Bane was getting blocked all night by everybody. Everybody got a block on Bane.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, man. But I'll let you get your final thoughts, man. I appreciate you always calling up, brother.
Yeah, man. Look, I said, Knicks fans, as I say, don't look. We gonna have another couple of game winning losing streaks. Don't like we are legit. We are the best team in the East. You can look at all the numbers. It shows it. I don't care that Detroit is 20-5. We are better than Detroit. Until Detroit beat us, we are the team to beat. We damn sure better than Cleveland. We damn sure better than Brooklyn. I mean, Boston. So
Yep.
between them and Orlando and Miami, that's our comp. So let's get ready for this finals run, man. I don't want to jinx it, but again, we're on our way. So let's not panic. Know that we got the depth, we got the squad, and let's just expect it to do for good things to happen.
Salute,
right,
brother. I appreciate it, man.
No doubt.
All right.
All right.
Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
Yo, it's Simon from Brooklyn. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, brother?
How you doing? You might know me as D-Rex instead.
Hey, yeah. How's it going, man? Listen, man, I'm feeling good as a Knicks fan. And, we got a lot of good things going on. We on the cusp of a cup championship. We kind of proved we're the best team in the Eastern Conference. What are your thoughts on these Knicks and their cup performance thus far?
So I'm happy with the cup performance thus far. Honestly, it's been a fun ride. I'm glad that all the young guys and the bench guys got their 200K or whatever. Yes. Yabu cleaned up nice, even though he might not be here much longer.
Yes. You know what? I didn't want to say that to the last caller, but I don't think Yabu's gonna make it. Yeah, I don't see it happening.
It's just how much. Even if he had the best game of his life tomorrow, I still think everything we've seen until now is just. You can't unsee it, No.
Yeah. You can't unsee it. He's just not the right fit for what Mike Brown needs. And that's just it's not to say he's a bad player. It's just for Mike Brown, what he needs from Yabu, he can't deliver it. So you gotta go. That's just how it works. We'll send you somewhere where they could use you.
It's a big L for the front office, bro. Either way. I mean, that's a big fire. I did want to say that I do think, and I've seen some debate about this in Knicks circles, but I do think that winning the cup is good, right? Winning is good. But winning the cup is not the goal of this season, right? No. The goal of this season is to win the Larry O'Brien at the end of this, like the real chip, and everybody, the rings, everything. And I looked into it. So the first year, the runner-up were the Pacers, and last year, the runner-up were OKC. So I'm not saying you should try to be the runner-up, but I'm saying that historically, it seems like the runner-up outperforms the winner.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying don't try, but I'm saying that if you have to overplay the starters 45 minutes to secure the cup win, 1,000% not worth it.
Not worth it.
Even beyond that, we have the extra game against the Spurs, which is going to be OD.
Yeah.
I think people don't realize, like, the Spurs of last year that Mikal dropped 40 on is not the same Spurs team this year at all.
At all.
Even if you think about it that way, so what? You think Mikal's going to drop 40 again?
I don't know. I don't know.
Probably not, right?
I
So
wouldn't bet on it. Yeah, because especially how passive he's been looking. And I'm not trying to knock Mikel, but he really has settled into the fourth option role. Right,
yes,
where he's not as calling for the ball as much.
he's defending and the little playmaking, but not the main scorer at all. Yeah,
not the main scorer at all. So yeah.
What I'm just saying, like, if you look at it as like, oh, we beat them once because Mikel dropped 40, which that's not happening. And then the last time we played them, it was the Sandro Mamushvili game.
Oh my God!
That he broke the record, and that was the most recent time we played the Spurs. It was that game, and since then they've upgraded to Luke Cornett. So I'm just saying, like, you should not underestimate the physicality and the athleticism. I mean, half their team is like top pick rookies, like literally.
Yeah,
100%.
A lot of good draft picks, a lot of top quality players in their positions.
Bro, they got athleticism. So
100%.
My whole thing is like, I would love to win the cup. I'd love to get all that money. I think it'd be great for all the players. But the first game back of the regular schedule is a back-to-back against the Pacers in Indiana, which as bad as the Pacers are, bro, the Knicks can never, legally forbidden from taking on the Pacers. You're not allowed.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
And then the very next game is the 76ers at MSG, which, like, those are 2 OD games.
2 OD games. Embiid's going to play, and you're going to get the best of either of those teams. As bad as the Pacers are, they're going to look like a 500 team that night against you.
Damn sure.
So, yeah, and that's another thing with the cup thing I think they need to fix next year. How am I a cup champion, but now I got 4 games in 1 week?
It's really a lot, right? And even if you look at the stretch afterwards, it's like literally for 2 weeks, the Knicks don't go more than a day without having a game.
Right.
So it's not like, really economical to try hard and go crazy,
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense for the team,
They got to fix that because we are the champions or we go into the championship. We should not have to play that many games. They should all get reorganized because Indiana's bad. Like, if you could move that game back, like, let's move the Indiana game back. It's not like it's Indiana. We could see them later, right?
I mean, I'm sure that they have their ways or that they have to plan it that everybody could play a certain amount in a certain amount of time, but there should be more of a leeway because that's technically the way that they're presenting it, like a finals level game, right?
Exactly.
So you can't have that and then the next day you go to Indiana. Like you did it doesn't make sense.
It's wild, bro. Like, you don't even get a chance to celebrate. You got to get ready to go on the flight. So maybe next year they can tweak that so that way the champion or the people who's in the finals don't have to play this much basketball where we could alternate the schedule. I'm saying you could schedule it, but let's move the Indiana game back now. So, okay, now we see the
Knicks definitely should have a little bit more grace, but they probably also don't know who gets to that point that would need the extra day or two until they get there. They know the Knicks is going to be there.
And that's why you alternate it. That's why next year okay, then we're going to have an alternate. So, okay, now we got to move that Indiana game back.
Oh, okay. I see
what you're saying. You see what I'm saying? So going forward now, we know the game after the cup, we're going to have an alternate. And then because you could easily schedule, it's 82, it's a whole lot of basketball calendar.
What I would love to see happen, which I'm sure a lot of Knicks fans would hate me for, is I'm not saying don't play the starters, but play them 15 minutes. We know how the starters are going to perform in a playoff environment. We don't need to test them in that situation. Yeah. They're all going to rise to the challenge. There's a couple young guys on the bench that, let's say Tyler Kolek. We are faithful in him because he's giving us good production right now. But will he hold up in a high-stakes playoff environment? We don't necessarily know. Huck Porty, Adadia, these guys that people keep suggesting we throw, or even like a Clarkson. Can Clarkson hold up in a playoff environment? That's the type of experimentation I would like to see in that game because it literally doesn't even count to the stats.
No.
There's a non-existent game, literally.
It's a non-existent game, so I'm hoping we blow these guys out and sustain the lead so that way guys will play less, but, San Antonio's playing good ball.
Bro, so, I don't think we're going to blow out that team, bro. I don't think we are.
Hell no. Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Last year was a way worse player, just a less diverse in terms of what he could do player than he is right now.
Right. Yeah.
So
no, I agree. Even if he plays 20 minutes, he's going to give you like 25, 12.
Yeah, 10 blocks or some shit. Yeah.
Even in 20 minutes, he's still going to give you like 20 something. Like, that's what he did last night. I'm like, damn, this guy only played 20 minutes and he still got over 20 points.
Not only everybody, that whole team across the board is better. And they're really well coached. They're very athletic. It's like a Pacers of last season, So I don't think we could walk in there thinking, oh, we beat them last season with a cock of the walk, you know?
No.
I think it's going to be a very intense game. And like I said, I'd be very happy, if not that they punted it, but they said, you know what, the goal is not to win this cup, it's to win the chip. We have a very heavy schedule coming up. Probably the next 2 weeks of basketball for the Knicks is some of the most OD like stretch that they're going to have to play. Like they play Detroit, Indiana, 76ers twice, Miami again, like
Miami up, Minnesota, who they wanted your heads.
Minnesota, like so it's such a crazy touch of basketball. I'm like, yo, like I get it. If you have to play more than like 30, like OG just got back from injury, bro. I'm not trying to risk that. I'm not. For the cup, bro, I don't want OG injured in December. I just don't.
Please, oh my. Could you imagine how, oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, to a certain point, 32 minutes for OG, fine. I accept. You tried. Maybe they're in a winnable position. You have to understand that that's not the goal of the season. And you can even, it's not like, what did you learn? Let's say you play the starters 40 minutes and you win. So what did you learn? That the starters could beat the Spurs? You know that already. Doesn't give you any favors. But the other guys, can Kolek help in that situation? Can one of these other guys, can Cody step up in that situation? You don't really know. You can't just throw them out there in a actual playoff game and you don't know. Right. That's kind of like a little, you could dip your toe in the water and see how some guys flourish under pressure. You never know. Maybe you throw Diawara out there, he's Michael Jordan under pressure. Who fucking knows?
Right.
You know? Yeah. But I don't know. I'm a little bit worried about that because when you look at the schedule, bro, it's very intense. And the Spurs are intense.
I got it in front of me. I mean, it's not a cakewalk at all. It's tough. Even like the teams that are supposed to be bad, like in Indiana, they hate you, so they're gonna bring their energy. Like in Atlanta, they don't like you.
In the next 2 weeks, we have not one easy game.
No. Even against the teams that are not good, or according to their record,
they get up for the next round.
They're gonna get up. So it's going to be an intense week. I wish we would have got some more time off. Yeah. That's the only thing I don't like.
It's tomorrow already, right? 2 days from now. Like, that's too short,
It's Tuesday. Bro. Yeah. So, look, Tuesday, then Thursday, Friday, then Sunday against Miami.
So that's already 4 games, bro. That's too much.
That's what I'm telling you. It's 4 games in a very short stretch of time. And I just wish we had more rest. And if we lose this game, the cup game, and we sit everybody, I'm not going to be mad at it. I mean, yeah, we would like to win, but like you said, there's not a loss.
I'll flip on you. Here's the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario, you play the starters 45 minutes and you lose. So now you lost everything. Now you lost the cup game. Now the back-to-back is fucked. The regular season schedule, you're going to lose your seeding position. Like, that's the actual worst thing that can happen. Or let's say
that is the worst thing.
Injury. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, that is the thing to avoid here. You don't want to do that. Because then, let's say you try 40 minutes. Jalen Brunson, God forbid, he has to take a game off or something. And they're going to be tired, bro. They're not going to play a back-to-back right away. Yeah. So I'm just worried about that. And, like, I see it as a data gathering opportunity. We can it's like a free game, like a mulligan. You can experiment and try things, see what works. But
I agree. Everything you said has been on the money. I think that you got to experiment. You got to play the bench more. I know we don't have Shaman and Deuce, but you got to give these guys an opportunity. Get these guys some rest.
That also drives me crazy because, like, Kolek, you gave him a shot and he stepped up. I mean, he is one of the best assist-to-turnover ratios in the NBA. Huckforty has, I think, the best defensive field goal percentage on the Knicks. He is statistically like 98th percentile shot blocker. He is, I think, if you look at block percentage, 5th in the entire NBA, number 1 in the Eastern Conference by block percentage if he had the minutes to qualify. So it drives me crazy that, like, we deny these guys, they can't play, they're duds, the draft office is like losers, they drafted like unplayable people, and then they play and they give you elite production and we have to pretend it doesn't happen. Like, if they're playing and they get opportunities and they're bad, fine, don't play them. But if they play and they're elite, like
Ariel and Kolek definitely deserves to play. I think the way they performed, and even in the short minutes, they look good. We know for sure in the Indiana game, Mitch is not playing. We know that 100%. So that'll be Ariel's night.
Yes, he should be.
And so I just hope. We just gotta hope for the best, I guess, man. Like, we just gotta hope that things don't go too crazy.
I get frustrated because, like, with the current coach, I don't know if it's the front office or the coach or what. Like, I see that they progress and they want to experiment and try different players, but then to go back to, like, the Tibbs hangover, You know, like they're still not fully out of the mode of like, because the thing that I really think the Knicks can have the depth of OKC if they want. If they really, really want to have that level of depth, I think the Knicks can have it. Because for all the prospects that we have, from Dink Pate to Kevin McCullough to Dottie, I mean, one of those guys is an NBA player.
Yeah.
You know, and you're telling me that of all the picks that they picked, the 6'2" unathletic white guy, that's the one guy that's playable in the NBA. Of all of them, everybody else is done. I mean, that's ludicrous.
No. I think Ariel could play, and I think Diawara. I think he's going to be a ball player. He's raw, but you know he's 6'10", good athlete. You can build on that. He plays defense. I think Diawara is the guy out of that group. I actually went to the Westchester game last week.
Oh, really?
And
Okay.
I saw them against the Nets, and the guy who most impressed me. Well, Ariel was there. I mean, of course, Ariel was the best out of everybody. But I like what Diawara was able to do in the second half of that game. And I'm like, yeah, Diawara is going to be a ball player. Kevin McCullough was out of position. He was playing point guard, so it was kind of hard to really give him, any sort of analysis because that's not his game. He's better off the ball.
I'm not anti K-Mac. I like him. He's just not efficient. You know, he just really struggles to get the ball in the hoop. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, and also you have to look at the alternative. Like the alternative to these guys is Jordan Clarkson. Like we are playing right now Yabusele over Diawara. That is not a winning basketball decision. I'm sorry, bro. Like it's just not. I don't care how much experience you have.
No, that's a good point. I mean, Yabu has proven to be trade bait at this point. So I don't think he's going to make it. And Diawara has looked good.
Who would even trade for him? I'm like scratching my head, bro.
The only reason why you have to trade him is because he has the player option. And more than likely, he'll opt in to get that because if you don't play him or he looks bad for the rest of the season, his money is going to drop next year. No one's going to spend the bag on him next year. So now he's going to opt back in for the whatever. I can't remember what his salary would be, but
it's like 5.5 or
5.6, something like that. And I don't think Leon Rose would want to keep that on the book. So even if you get a second round pick or something for him, I think they're going to move him.
But that's what I'm saying is like, who would even trade for him? Like, what is the market for Yabusele right now? It's got to be rock bottom.
It's going to be, but also, you know what else it could be? Because there's a lot of discrepancy and people having problems with front office. So you never know. You could get a team that's just trying to get off somebody. You know, I don't know who that player would be. But I'm just giving you an example. Like, okay, I'm gonna give you. I'm not saying this deal will happen, but the kid from Houston, Eason. They having issues over contracts. Maybe you get a Houston to just come off of him, and he's a talented player. Now you land somebody like that who's 6'9", plays defense, could shoot the 3-ball. Okay, let's do that deal. So trust me, there will be a market for Yabu. Leon will get that together. If one thing I know about Leon, he is able to make the best out of a bad situation, sort of like what he did with Cam Reddish, trading him to get Josh Hart. You just never know with Leon. I think Yabu will be out of here.
I'm worried because I'm like, who would trade for him? Like, what is the advantage? And if somehow Yabusele turns into Terry Eason, I heard mixed things, but that's definitely an upgrade. I would say that's a fleece. Honestly.
That's a fleece. If we could do that, but that just was a rough example of someone that has an issue that I know with a team.
But you know what? To your point, Houston has nothing but guys like that. We just don't have any. That's the thing.
Exactly. He's a dime a dozen in Houston.
Yeah. So you know what's crazy is that I'll land my plane with this unless you're okay to have me still chat. But I just remember when they signed Yabu in the offseason, he's gonna be upgrade from Precious. He's gonna be Precious, but he could shoot. And I was telling people he's the inverse of Precious. He is the opposite player of Precious. Precious can't shoot, but he defends, he rebounds, he hustles, he's athletic, he has vertical pop. Yabu has none of that, but he could space.
Yeah, that's the only thing that he could do in the Knicks system right now is space.
And even literally from three, I think even Precious was shooting better from three on the season than him.
Possibly. And I think that wasn't an accurate statement to the people who thought that, man. But I appreciate you, Rex, for calling up, man. You always, great call every time you call up. Hopefully to hear from you more, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Man. I hope that they do the logical thing with Yabu in this cup. Like, let's not kill ourselves in this cup, y'all.
Yeah, please. Nah, please don't. All right, brother. Take care. All right. That's my man Rex calling up. I do got a couple of more people that call 646-995-8389. I've been letting y'all talk for a little longer. I gotta shorten the call. It's just that, the last couple of callers have been cooking, so I want to let you go. Let me see if I can get this brother back on the line. I think I missed his call as well. Salute to my
Your call has
Mike.
been forwarded to voice.
Okay. I'm gonna send this brother a text. Salute my man Mellow Mike. He said, you know what? I just found out today that former Nick Jericho is back in the G League. Oh, that's wild. I'm trying to figure out how Jericho's back in the G League when he had a 14-point, 15 rebound game. This was not too long ago for Milwaukee, the real team, not the G League team. So I don't know how you get demoted like that. What's going on? Why can't I send a text message? Hold on, y'all. I gotta reset the call app. I can't send text messages. I don't know what's going on. But definitely keep the calls coming as I troubleshoot this. I still the calls can ring, no problem. I just wanted to send this brother a text message because I try to, if I miss your call, I try to get back to you no matter what. And this is the only person's call who I missed. So I just was trying to get them back on. Oh, damn, what happened to the number? I don't know. Milo Mike said, yes, it surprised me too, but he put up big numbers in the G League for Milwaukee, which we know he got the talent to do. I'm just a shy guy. I mean, listen, man, I don't want to, I don't want to seem like I'm consistently bashing Coach Tibbs, but I do blame Coach Tibbs for not at least helping the brother expand his game. You know what I'm saying? Like Jericho Sims and Trevor might have been one of these guys to say this, but it's like he don't even look at the basket, bro. And I feel like part of the reason why is because Coach Tibbs told him, don't look at the basket. So, and he's been with Coach Tibbs his whole career up until he got traded. So it's like, damn. And then even last season, when you think about it, he did get a lot of minutes, but because of all of the years that he did not play, all of the time he didn't play, he just wasn't ready. And then he took the minutes away from Ariel, which is a whole nother topic. I got an unfiltered thought I did on that, by the way. But salute to everybody in the building, Randall. Salute to you, Randall. I see you in the building. Who else is up in here? Crim's dad. I see you, Crim's dad. Definitely. I guess this will be final call for call 646-995-8389. Call lines do work. I just can't send text messages. I don't understand that. Don't understand that. Lou Boogie says the simulation at one point was working on a back to the basket game. And then he got hops. Hey, bro, I don't know. Yo, honestly, bro, I don't know. I think Milwaukee's a sinking ship. All of this, they got to convince Giannis. Giannis's mind is already made up. What's holding the Giannis trade up right now? Well, two things. December 15th, I think, is hold up a lot of deals because I think there's players that teams want to get rid of. So that's why you probably go start to see some moves on the 15th, though there's no guarantees there'll be any moves. It's just that, 84 more players are eligible to be traded. And then we still got to wait till just January the 16th for a guy like, was it Herb Jones? There's a couple of guys that you got to wait till January 16th to trade those guys because it all depends on when you sign. So when you sign to a team, you have to wait 3 months before you can trade those guys. And usually that's December 15th or January. So there's a couple of guys you still got to wait till January, and that may hold up other deals. All right. Let's see what you guys talking about. And then you got a guy like Mikal Bridges, by the way, who can't be traded until like 6 days before the trade deadline, which is like February 6th. Mellow Mike said, I'm happy for Kolek, G League guy. Okay. Yeah, I know you. Mike, you the Westchester Knicks reporter. 100%. Sherman says Knicks top 5 pick since 1975. RJ number 3, KP number 4, Kenny Walker 1986 pick 5. I feel like and I know not the Kenny Walker, but I feel like they could have probably got something else. You know what I'm saying? Pick from number 4 in 1986. Yeah. Pick number pick number 5 in 1986. Sorry. Patrick Ewing, of course, the number 1 pick. And then Bill Cartwright. And then Michael Ray in 1978 was pick number 4. Okay. Damn, that's sad though. That's all the top. Are you saying these are all the top 5 picks? And this is, I think this is what you're saying, that we had since 1975, and we only got one. Think about all of those picks this brother just said, and we only got one first teamer who was Patrick Ewing. All the rest of these, I'm not sure about. I don't think Michael Ray was first team. I could look that up. I don't think Michael Ray was first team though. Not 100 on Michael Ray. I'll look it up. Salute to him. R.I.P. He just passed away not too long ago. Mine 100 on Michael Ray, though. Gotta look that up. Let's see. He wasn't even an All-NBA teamer. He was an All-Star. He made the defensive team. He made the defensive team, but he wasn't an All-NBA. Salute to Michael Ray Richardson. But yeah, out of all of those picks, man, not one first teamer. And this is why we didn't win the championship. Hello, that's why we don't win. You need those guys to win. Voila, you draft Patrick Ewing, you go to 2 finals. It's no secret. You need those players to have success. On the way out, I definitely want to talk a little bit about the Journal, the 82 Nights of Basketball Fan Companion, man. All you got to do is go to thisweekinsidetheknicks.com, and you will see it right there. Bam, as soon as you get to the website. If you click View Details, it'll take you to the page. Boom, this is the soft cover edition. Definitely go get yours right now. It's what I've been reading from. I know I didn't go through the 10, all of the 10 game things that no one else is talking about for this game. I guess I'm going to do a separate video on that. But when you join the 82 Nights Club, you're going to get access to well over 60 stats inside your journal. You get about 30 or more, maybe like 40 stats in the journal. And then when you get access to the 82 Nights Club, you get the cheat code as well. And I'm pretty much journaling with you. So you will get access to all of the Knicks stats that I have. And you will be able to update it and put it inside your journal and keep track of it alongside with me. This journal is not just a journal and a stat tracker. It comes with 12 components, things like the 10-game review, which is, to all you guys who are very familiar with the show, that is the Knicks in 10 show. There's a section in the journal for that where you can pretty much document and keep track of the Knicks every single 10 games. 260 pages. You got calendar in here. Comes with a lot, and it's great quality pages as well. It feels like a great quality product. Salute to my man Mellow Mike. Salute to my man Mark, who I just met with him at the Westchester game to give him his copy. So all you gotta do is go to thisweekinsidetheknicks.com right now to get yours. If you are a channel member, you get 20% off on all the merch. The Captain 11, the Bodega Cat. Okay, you can find that on shop.thisweekinsidetheknicks.com as well, and you can take advantage of all of those discounts. And yes, like Lou Boogie said, R.I.P. Michael Ray Richardson, man. Also on the way out, I want to talk about the channel membership. What you get when you join the channel. I want to salute Mellow Mike, Randu, Crim's Dad, all the channel members that's in the building right now. I do appreciate every single one of you channel members. And by the way, and if you haven't subscribed, definitely continue to smash that subscribe button and like button as well. We're on the path to 2,000, right? So definitely help us achieve our goal. But in the meantime, hit that join button. We got 2 packages. I know I got to change the name. I said Hardcore Knicks Fan and Hardcore Knicks Fan Plus, all right? So when you join the channel, you get access to the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server, which is a members only server where we have great conversation, man. I mean, we talk about the Knicks 24/7. We don't only talk about the Knicks, we talk about all sports. We got an NBA chat, Knicks chat, chat for all sports. I mean, right now, nothing's going on in New York sports. I mean, all the New York teams are pretty much pitiful besides the Knicks. The Knicks are our best hope and the best attempt we have at a championship right now. So definitely get inside this Discord server. It's a great way to extend the conversation with me. If you're feeling the vibes on the channel, all you got to do is hit that join button and you will be in there. We got a fantasy basketball league, which, by the way, is J-Tap in the building. J-Tap is getting killed right now. He is my fantasy matchup. Let me check the score. Hold on. I gotta stop the membership talk just to look at the score. Right now, I'm up like 200 points. And, you know, today is Sunday. To all the people that play fantasy, you know that Sunday is the last day of fantasy. So I pretty much got this win. I'm dominant right now. Once I get this win, I'll be 7-1. But we got a fantasy league for the channel members. I'm always doing something different for the channel members. There will always be, you know, some things that you can check out as a channel member and new things that's coming. Of course, we have the members only live chats, right? Where shows like the Knicks in 10 shows where I'm building and I'm dropping a lot of content. I like to just focus on delivering the message, but giving the members an opportunity to participate in the channel. So that's one thing you get. And of course, is there's a lot of members only content like the Unfiltered Thought series, which is pretty much me blacking out 3 o'clock in the morning, putting things on there that I usually don't talk about on the regular channel. Also, I got footage of me hooping, the Objective Fan Hoop series. There's a lot of Unfiltered Thought content. Definitely you get access to that when you join the channel. And like I said, of course, a discount on all the merch that we have. I want to salute to my man Yuri. He used his members only super chat. He says, I will say that the Knicks have truly embraced the Mike Brown system, both on the offensive and defensive end. Most definitely. I agree. Mike Brown has a lot. Mikal Bridges. Yeah, I agree. I think he's a lot more than just that. I think he took Brunson to another level. He's the point guard whisperer. I think that Towns is getting his footing under the system. And putting more of an effort on attacking the basket and not just settling for long threes. OG Anunoby, his offensive game is just continuing to expand. Deuce McBride looks way better under Mike Brown, if you ask me. Landry Shamet is driving in the system. You know, Josh Hart looks incredible like he did last year. I mean, he's bringing the same element. He put Hart on the bench, but you see the value in Josh Hart starting. So, yeah, I agree with that. I do got one final call. I do got another call. Let's get this brother on the line. This is a very special call on the way out. Hopefully he answers. Hello, caller. State your name, where you're calling from.
Mellow Mike from Jersey. What's going on?
Hey, how's it going, Mellow Mike?
It's going all right, man. How you been?
I've been good, man. You know, just talking about these Knicks, man. Right now we're doing a lot of incredible things. I think we proved we're the best team in the East. And so what say you? How are you feeling about the Cup? We got San Antonio. How do you felt about the game? Talk to me.
Well, just to talk about the game with the Knicks and Magic, the guys did phenomenal work. Everybody was in double figures. Great game by Karl Anthony Towns. 29 points, 9 from 11 from the field goal, 50% from 3-point, 90% from the free throws. I mean, his stats was definitely phenomenal. Brunson with his 40-piece did great. And everybody else kind of fell into place. As far as the bench guys, everybody did what they had to do except Mr. Yabusele. To be honest with you, I can't wait to. I hate to say this, but I can't wait for them to kind of deal with him and deal with him out of New York somehow, some way in a package deal. Sorry to say that, but I expected so much more. And like I said, I did see them last year. I don't know what is the big turnaround with Yabusele from last year into this year. I know he did definitely play extended basketball playing in the EuroLeague and stuff like that, but that's no excuse for the performance that he's causing right now, because from what I see, it just seems like lack of effort just looks at to me just being out of shape, slow. He shows glimpses of, good touch as far as his shooting goes, but I don't see nothing like grabbing rebounds. I mean, like literally going after rebounds, fighting the opposition for it. I expected him to be a bruiser, but he's not showing that to me at all this season. And I think he's had plenty of games under his belt to kind of prove himself. And to be honest with you, I think it's just time to let him go.
I
Yeah.
I think he's up out of here. I do only because of that play option. The fact that he can opt in and still get just under $6 million next season. I
Yeah.
don't think Leon Rose wants to carry that around. But the one thing I could tell you that's been the biggest difference from Yabu last year and this season, lack of minutes. He's not getting the same minutes. He got more time in Philadelphia. And it's not to say that, hey, not to give it a pass, it still doesn't look good in less minutes. But some people just need more time. And unfortunately, one thing we don't got in New York City is time.
That's
You
true.
don't got no time. You don't got no time to figure it out, brother. Hey, listen, this is Leon Rose we're talking about. And you will be up out of here. Yeah, 100%. You will be
Yeah.
on the first thing smoking. I just hope that he doesn't come back to haunt us.
Mm.
You know, I hope he doesn't end up in Detroit or he doesn't end up in Orlando or a place where now you're going up against a playoff series and now he's getting minutes in that system.
Mhm.
And now you got to see him. That's my only fear of moving on from Yabu. But I do think he's up out of here. I just think it's not him in terms of the weight. I don't know if it's the weight. It could be. I think it honestly is just the system and what Mike Brown is asking of him. I don't think he can deliver what Mike Brown wants. One, he's not a good rebounder. So that's going to hurt you. If you're a center and you don't rebound the ball well, at least Mitch can point to that.
Mhm.
I don't hit free throws. I'm not going to shoot, but I'm going to get rebounds. You got to do something that is going to make you stand out. And shooting threes is not one of them because we got a team of guys that shoot threes. So you hitting threes is not going to help your case. Defense would help. You know, there's certain things that would help his case, but I don't think he's just capable of doing it, especially in the minutes that he's getting. I think last year he was getting like 26 minutes. This year he's around 9. So, yeah.
Yeah, don't want to spend too much time talking about him. It's just the fact that he's just had plenty of time to kind of prove himself up to this point.
Right.
We already got up to what 20-something games already, and the least that you can do is help out on the rebounding aspect of it. If you can't fit in on the offensive end, especially with that big frame that he has. I mean, the guy's built like a football player. I mean, you got to do something with that, man, and I just don't see it. With the Orlando Magic, I should say, I'm not going to spend too much time to talk about one player, Paulo Banchero. I've never seen a player in a game that scored 25 points but didn't look like he scored 25 points. Like, he very under the radar. Everybody else I could kind of see, Wendell Carter, Desmond Bain, Jalen Suggs, Anthony Black, but Paolo, to be honest with you, I didn't even realize he got 25 points in the game. So
yeah, it all came in the second half when they were getting killed.
I guess so.
That's why. That's why you didn't notice it, because it wasn't really impacting the game to help Orlando actually get a lead or anything. And also he had the smaller Josh Hart on him at times, and I'm like, I didn't understand that. That was my one. No, that was. So there was two things I can pick on from Coach. One was Josh Hart on Banchero. The other was playing 3-point guards. Even though it was a 1 minute stretch, why are we doing it? But other than that, everything was great. But that's why it didn't look good, because it mostly came in the second half, and they were getting cooked.
Okay. So the purpose of my call really was to discuss about this Emirates Cup final. And I've been hearing some of the callers' opinions, and I can't understand, and maybe some of the channel members can fill in. And for those that are in the chat, you know, be free to throw in whatever message you want to put out there. But listen, we haven't won a championship in 53 years, right? We haven't seen it. We haven't visited one in 25, 26 years since 1999.
Damn.
This is an opportunity that, since this 3-year mark of this NBA Finals Cup has been coming to the scene, and I do understand your point of view of it too. That, you know what, this is not the end goal, but it's something that, you know what, if we can win it, let's do it. I don't think anybody comes into this tournament not to win, and if they do, the one thing that's enticing them is, hey, listen. You hear that, you know, there's money to be made in this. It's not like there's no incentive for them not to play. And I figure, you know what, this is a good motivational opportunity for the Knicks to gain confidence. Also, get an opportunity to play against these teams that they might face in the finals. If that,
Right.
I was
Right.
hoping for them to face OKC. That's not the case. I was really surprised, to be honest with you. San Antonio ended up pulling out the victory. I'll tell you one thing: that guy Wemby, bro, he's a piece of work. He
Man,
definitely
he's a
changed
video
the
game.
whole aspect of the game when his presence came in there. Oof, he definitely. I saw OKC being very fearful about coming into that lane, and their
Oh
shot,
yeah.
they got real nervous. All of a sudden, they went from the fluid offensive team that they've been for so long. All of a sudden, get real nervous. For a guy
Mm.
playing, what is it? I think he's playing also limited minutes, right? I think
Yeah.
with his comeback, so and stuff like that. But
Right.
getting back to this cup thing, I'm with the mentality, yo, listen, let's win this. And then after we get past this, then we worry about what we obviously the end goal is to get the Larry O'Brien trophy. But anything that
Right.
we can't win on the way, I believe it's like let's do it, guys. I mean, I can't see why we have this aspect of ah, it's not that important. We do, we don't. It's not too many times New York gets an opportunity, and that's why we get so hyped up, is because you know what? We do want to win here for the New York Knicks. We want to see them win. We want
Okay.
to put a positive note for the fan base and for everybody there rooting for them. So uh, I can't see that Tuesday people are going to say, oh, people are going to be tuning in for this game. And you got to be kidding me that nobody's going to want the Knicks not to win this game.
Yeah. I think we all would want to win. And everything you're saying is on the money. Definitely go for the win. But how do you feel about the flip side? This is 4 games in a short week now. Because right after that we go to Indiana, then Philadelphia, and then Miami on Sunday. So now going to this championship game, it gives us more on the docket. What do you say about that?
You give something to get something. I'm not concerned. You know what, guys from the bench are gonna have to step up. For the guys, they're gonna be probably tired after all this because they are gonna have, like you said, 4 games coming up, and we don't know how this is gonna turn out either. Obviously, is this the first time we're gonna meet Indiana, right? I think for the season.
Yeah, I think so. Hold
Yeah,
on, let me go to the journal. Hold
I
on,
think I think we do.
let me stat check this.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is the first time. Yep, first game.
But I'm just looking at taking care of this business first. You know what I mean. There's a lot here on the line. Obviously, we're gonna figure ourselves out, and we still are figuring ourselves out as we're going through this first quarter of the season. And to be honest with
Mm-hmm.
you, I'm seeing a lot of great things from the Knicks. Definitely a better balanced attack. Here's another good thing for the Knicks: no complaining, finding a way to win games against those referees and against the physicality against the Knicks. That was
Right.
huge in this last game against Orlando. And Cat did a phenomenal job. They must have had a talk of some sort with the team to kind of fight through it. And that's all you can ask for from these Knicks, because to be honest with you, it was starting to become repetitive because we know we're not going to get the calls. And I see it also for Tuesday night. We're not going to get the calls neither. We're going to have to fight through it and manage a way of how to shoot around Mr. Wembanyama. So I don't think it would be too smart taking it to the basket too much, because I can see him swatting balls left to right. So the meeting's going to be huge, and doing what they got to do to win the game. Yeah.
Right. No, I'm with you. Yeah, 100%. You on the money. I agree. I just don't want people to get too hyped where they're like, oh, well, at least we won the NBA Cup. That's my only concern.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
listen, I think you're right. Listen, you're right about that, but I think everybody knows that. Listen, we definitely want to win the big prize. I mean, if what we saw the past couple of years with the Knicks fans out there surrounding Madison Square Garden, going ballistic, jamming up the streets, climbing billboards, what else do you need? We want to win this, right? We're not selling
Okay.
it for the Emirates Cup. That's what I feel. We definitely want to
Mm,
go. Now, listen, the fan base is going to go ballistic no matter what. It's the players on the court, the coaching staff that decide, listen, are we going to do this or not? Because those are the guys that are playing. All we could do is just support, right? With podcasting, being at the games, going to
yep.
watch parties. That's all we could do.
Yep. That's all we could do.
That's all the players got to perform, man. And they know what's at stake. They know how the fan base is behind them 100%. And like, listen, I'm on board, man. I want to win the whole thing too, you know. But anything
I'm
like
with you.
this that's here, it's an opportunity for us to win. Let's get behind these guys, man. Let's celebrate this, man. Let's not look at it. from a negative point of view. I think we should look at it from a positive, something to build on. And you know what? Is like I said, like they were just mentioning, Kolek was able to buy his father a car, and it's going to mean for some of these other guys too that that extra bonus in their pocket. So it's more for than just the starters. It's for some of the guys on the bench and the staff. I believe so. I think it's a win-win for both sides. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely something they'll claim. And you was on the call up show on Friday. You was listening, and some of the brothers brought up some good points. Like, it's not big now, but 10 years from now, the cup is going to be a big thing. Especially with these younger fans growing up with it. So, right now we don't appreciate it, but it'd be nice to have this on your resume that, hey, we were cup championships, because in the future they're going to be looking at your cup championships. They're going to say, oh, you don't got no cup championship. So I do think that, a lot of us are kind of old in our thinking and the way we look at it. But yeah, everything you're saying is on the money. I agree. I see it from both sides, but I agree with where you're coming from.
I'll be honest with you. I'm just gonna say this last part, maybe because I work at for the soccer MLS team in New York here in Jersey for the Red Bulls, and to be honest with you, I see the backing for how they do when they do these tournaments, the Copa America and stuff like that. Right. So I see how the countries, how they back them up. It has nothing to do with the FIFA, but it has something to do with the MLS and in general for their own tournament sake, and they mix it around with different countries, and it's a nice thing. So I think that's the effect that they want to do with this Emirates Cup. It's kind of like with the soccer effect that it's going on there. It's going to do the same thing here. It's just a slower process. It's something that's new. It's being introduced. So I think everybody's looking at it like, it's nothing, whatever. But I think like you said, is correct. Not now, but in the years to come, it's going to be something to look upon.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 10 years from now, when these kids are adults and they grew up with it, you ain't going to tell them it's nothing. They're going to be like, nah, the cup is the cup. It's still not the finals, but it's still the cup. And we grew up with this. And sort of like I said, I even said this on the last broadcast, the ACC tournament, all the college tournaments, they're not the big dance, but people look at the ACC championship, they value that.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so I'm looking at the odds right now. Right now, we are -2.5. It's early. That's a pretty good, look. Usually when we are favorite, especially when you start getting the -4.5, we usually win. I wish I had the stat on that. I actually could get that stat if I put my mind to it. But usually when the Knicks are like a -4.5 and greater, they usually get it done. Not to say they cover the spread, but I'm just talking about just winning the game. And so I'm curious to see, how these odds continue to look. They don't have a completely healthy Wemby who's going to be playing a lot of minutes, right? So, Wemby you probably get 20 minutes of Wemby, and this is where Mitchell Robinson, I think, becomes important, because Mitchell Robinson is going to have to be able to match Wemby, and I think that's his assignment, especially with him coming off the bench. I'm not sure if Wemby will start in this game. He didn't start the last game.
Okay.
So I'm curious. To me, this is where Mitchell Robinson shows, look, you can't trade me because you might see this guy in the finals, and you don't got nobody for this guy but me. And I'm the guy that punked him his rookie year. So, yeah. So I'm looking for a big game from Mitchell Robinson, especially because he's not going to play against Indiana on Thursday. So, this is his opportunity to shine. This is Mitchell Robinson's opportunity to show me that, okay, do you want to trade this? This is his moment. Even though it doesn't count, it still counts.
Yep. And here was something else I liked about this tournament. It was able to have us another game to play against Orlando to kind of put a stamp on it, all questioning if we're good enough, we're not good enough. Also, another topic we discussed here on the program, the height of the team, right? And I do know that they're out with Franz Wagner and stuff like that. But at the same token, look, we beat Orlando in our neutral site. That's a confidence builder, regardless of, how it's done, when it's done, where it's done. We beat them, and we did it, kind of just putting our head down, putting our hard hats on, and going to work, man. That's what I liked about that game last night. The Knicks just went to work, did what they had to do, and I noticed that they weren't trying to go for the cheap fouls. They were kind of going shot for shot in the beginning, and then I was like, okay, they're trying to save those fouls maybe for the second half when they really need them, because as soon as Cat and some of these other guys start reaching, the fouls are going against us, petty fouls.
Right.
So I do understand the grievance that some of our players stand up against the referees and try to battle against them, trying to, for titty tap fouls. But it always seems like, I'll be honest with you, the refereeing is horrible in the league, especially for our Knicks. I don't watch with everybody else, but I watch closely with our Knicks. It's horrible. And horrible in the G League too. And you saw it with firsthand.
Yeah, the G League was different. That was different.
There's like assault. It's like assault. It's like an assault and battery, and they're not calling it.
They're not calling it for sure.
I was just at the other game, and Dink Pate was just not getting any calls, and then at the end he ended up taking an airplane, almost hurt himself.
Wow.
Yeah, he literally went for the gusto.
Did they win that game?
No, they lost by 6 points, but they actually played better with being such a short-handed, without Jemison, without what's his name, Tosan, without Hawkporty, without Muhammad Diawara. They actually fought and grit. They were down, I think 20-something points, and then they came back to
wow.
Only lost by 6, but I think Pate's last moment heroics. When I tell you he took the plane, his brother took the plane.
Wow.
Couldn't believe it. Yeah. I thank God he was okay, but he looked like a video game go right over the backboard. That's the way he looked, and everybody was like, took a deep breath, because it was the landing that we was concerned about. Because obviously, there's a lot of hype behind. Dink played a good game, but still needs a lot of work. So
okay. Yeah, absolutely. I gotta come back down there, because Dink didn't impress me that game I saw, but it's only one game, so you can't really judge it on one game. So I gotta come back down there to see.
And this is the one thing, he's a young kid, a lot of potential. And I've had this discussion with you before, a lot of raw talent. For those that are listening right now here on the Objective Knicks Fan podcast, if you ever get a chance to come down to Westchester, come and check him out. Again, a great talent. And still building, and I hope the Knicks are able to keep working with him to expose and strengthen those weaknesses that he does have, because he definitely has an opportunity to be a great player in this league if he works at his game and does what he has to do. And aside from that, that's pretty much it, man.
All right, Melo, I appreciate the call, brother. We'll talk soon. Have a great night, and as always, let's go Knicks, man. You know how we do.
Absolutely. Take care, guys. Have a good night.
All right, salute. That was my man Mellow Mike, Mixtape Madness Discord server channel member. Salute to him. Crim's dad, I see you in a huge debate in the chat, brother. Man, Brunson. Listen, man, Jalen Brunson is great, and Carmelo Anthony is great. Why even compare those guys? Melo wanted to come to New York when no other star wanted to come to New York. Is Melo a super duper star? No. Was he first team? No. But did he want to come to New York? Yes. Was he like a 3-time All-Star starter? Maybe even 4-time All-Star starter? He was. So, all the guys are good, man. Let's spread the love, man. Now's not the time to debate and argue, man. I want to thank all you guys for rocking with me, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Hold on, let me get my soundboard. All right. Big time New York City salutes to all y'all. On the way out, salute to my man Mellow Mike at the #1 spot. Oh, salute to everyone that called up tonight, right? My man, hold on. Make sure I get this right. My man C out of Strong Island, salute to you. Dorkosaurus Rex, Yuri. Who else called up? Did JJ call up? No, Mellow Mike. Who else called up? Everyone who called up tonight, I do appreciate you guys for calling. If I missed, if I didn't say your name, still salute to you guys. Of course, like I said, Mellow Mike, Crim's dad, I see you, Mixtape Madness. Well, you're not in the Discord server, Crim's dad, but you are a channel member. Salute to you. I see you there, my man. Zach in the building. Salute to you. King Speech Row, channel member. I do appreciate you, my brother. Lou Boogie, I see you. Randu, channel member. I see you in the building. Empire, Sherwin, Finesseful J, East Scoop of Harlem. Hopefully I said that right. I think it's Scoof or Sko F. Okay. Salute to you out of Harlem. Tendril, I appreciate you. Yuri, I see you in the building. Of course, the great Maxine. Salute to you. I see you over there. Yeah. And salute to everybody else that was in the chat, man. This definitely was a great show. I got the podcast tomorrow. I'm just not sure what I'm gonna do it. It might be. I like that 6 p.m. time. I gotta see, because there's some things I gotta do. But I'll keep you guys posted on what time we'll do the podcast tomorrow. And then, of course, we got the big game on Tuesday. So more than likely we'll do a post game. It'll be a late show because that's a late game. It starts at 8:30. So we'll do a late post game call up on Tuesday night as well. And then, of course, we got call up show. Oh, I got to see if I can get the Philly guy on Friday. I got somebody from Philly who I might want to call up the call up show on Friday. But thank you guys for rocking with me. I appreciate y'all. And until next time, as always, let's go.